If your organization is like most, certain large purchases may require multiple approvals. Let's take a minute or two to showcase how to set up an approval workflow for your organization. The first step in configuring an approval policy is to create groups of approvers based on the hierarchy in your organization. Approval groups should consist of one or more admins with permission to approve transactions or funding requests. To create a group, navigate to the Team Members page from the sidebar menu. Next, select the Group tab and click Create New Group. Then, choose Administrator for the group type. Enter a name for the group and select one or more admins that you would like to add to the group. Finally, click Create Group. The next step is to create an approval policy. Navigate to Business Settings from the sidebar menu. Click Approval Policies, and then create New Policy. Next, enter a name. Then select the workflow type that you would like this policy to apply to. For this example, we will select Transactions. Next, create a rule by entering the first threshold amount that will require approval from a certain admin group. Note, any transaction below the dollar amount listed in Rule 1 will be auto-approved. If you require all transactions to be approved, ensure your first rule is set to $0. Select an admin group that will be required to approve for this threshold. Continue adding rules as needed, depending on your organization's approval policies at each threshold. For this example, we have selected that any transactions over $100 will need to be approved by an admin within the manager group, and any transaction over the $1,000 threshold will need to be approved by admins in both the manager and vice president group. Next, click Create to save your work. Lastly, enable your new approval policy. To do this, navigate back to Approval Policies and toggle the status to On. Your approval policy will now apply to all future items specified in the policy's workflow type.